All the words to all the jams, you know I know that shit. What are you doing down there?
I'm attaching the paddles to my big ass backpack.
Normally this would be something that I carry. It probably explains why my back is. Look at this. Turn around. I want to see how I want to get a.
Just a mile hike.
Oh my goodness. How you doing back there?
Pretty good. I feel like a pack mule.
I totally would carry that if it wasn't for, you know,
Yeah.
doctor's orders. And
I know, I'm already making you walk up an incline.
my various physical limitations.
I appreciate you.
Is this a reservoir? What is this?
It's
Just the springs?
a spring.
So I'm gonna just relax here, talk to you guys, and Pearl's gonna take the inflatable paddleboard out and try not to fall in the drink.
I got it fully blown up, PSI 15. Even when I wanted to quit early, I pushed on, I got it to the right number. I removed the fucking hose and all the air came out because I didn't set it up properly. So
Language! Excuse the comfort level 10 here. It actually, I'm not trying to strike a seductive pose as much as I'm trying to stay comfortable for my back. I've been thinking recently, in the last couple weeks, with this experiment and trying to be more productive, I used to not set or state my dreams and say them out loud. And it wasn't because I was embarrassed of them or I kept them inside. It's because I never really fleshed them out. I never really thought about, geez, best case scenario, what do I want to accomplish for myself? And I never did that because I thought, well, I don't know, they're silly, or what's the point, or, you know, why don't I set more attainable goals, and then if I meet them, go from there. And I really have two. One, I want to make a documentary someday, like a feature-length documentary. It could be broken up into, you know, episodes or whatever, but I would love to have a feature-length documentary that is distributed. I don't even know what that looks like. I don't know if it just goes, you know, festivals or some sort of online distribution like Netflix or Amazon Prime or anything like that. That's one goal. And the second goal is to earn a living with my personal work, or be comfortable enough, or be living in a place or in a space that I can make whatever videos I want with whomever I want. And if that's on a place like YouTube or another platform, and be able to do that. If it's every day, and that's what I want, then to do it every day. If it's a couple times a week, whatever it is, but to earn enough of a living to sustain that, and to can like take that and have that sort of be my primary, I don't want to say source of income, because I'm not trying to quantify it and like come up with a dollar amount that I need to earn, But there's something about this experiment making these daily videos that I know enough, at least after 2 weeks, that I don't want to do this for like a year. But I also like the variety. And what I will say about the two dreams here is, let's just take YouTube as an example and pretend that it's a full-time YouTube channel and it's my primary source of income, or there's income streams related to the channel, whether it's affiliate links and all that stuff, that bring in enough income where I can just continue pumping out whatever work I want. And I think that what's interesting about those two things is, one, the documentary is kind of why I'm drawn to doing professional work from a freelance standpoint that might support that, whether it's, you know, shooting interviews, corporate gigs, testimonials, things like that. I feel like I really want that to be a part of my business or my freelancing, because I want to become, my dream to make that documentary is to find a subject matter or find a story, find somebody's story that they're willing to let me tell. And I pretty much do it from start to finish. I don't know anything about sound. I don't know anything about really cinematography, you know, storyboarding, writing for, you know, something that's feature length. But it's a dream, right? So we start there. And the reason why I start there and work my way backwards is because I'd like to be doing things professionally that pay the bills, that can support that dream maybe someday, right? Building chops, gaining that experience. So maybe on my free time, I could make a documentary. The interesting thing about the second dream, in this case we'll say it's the YouTube channel, is YouTube is such an interesting space where it's just littered with people telling you how to succeed on the platform. I don't want to do that. And if I finish this challenge this month and upload 31 times in 31 days, and I learn to stay consistent and upload more frequently, I can tell you this, there's so much to YouTube and to social media in general about branding yourself that I'm just not interested in. And it's not that I'm trying to be an elitist or say that I'm above the fray. It's just, it's kind of exhausting. You know, I feel like trying to make the best content I can and learn, it's hard. It can be hard. It's very involved. Researching, watching tutorials, editing along to somebody else's tutorial to try to learn. And what's interesting to me is all of the things, and to me I view them as hoops that you have to jump through to be successful on this platform. You know, you have to be on Instagram as well. You have to be on Twitter. You have to engage your audience, to build your audience. You have to, you know what search engine optimization is, and tags and thumbnails and titles, and sitting down and making content that's searchable. All of these things, like, I applaud anyone who's done it and is doing it right now. I think it's amazing that we live in a world where you can make things digitally, these digital assets, and I include videos, people's vlogs, whatever they are, how-tos, tutorials, and earn a living off that. I think it's amazing. I just feel like there's got to be a different way. And if I'm to achieve my dream in that regard, my second dream, my second ultimate goal, I'd like to do it my way. And I'd like to do it making the things that I want to make. And if it resonates with people, whoever it resonates with, at least I know it's resonating for the right reasons, and not because I'm making some videos that maybe I don't necessarily believe in. To tell you guys the honest truth, I had a blast making that unboxing video recently, last week. And it was just because it was something I hadn't done, but I had a really good time with it because to me it was a silly item to unbox. But my own personality and myself came through. Those are all the comments that I would have been making out loud or in my head watching somebody else unbox the same thing. And I feel like watching it back when I was finished with the edit, I was like, yeah, okay, cool. This isn't me, trying to provide value and create some sort of evergreen, always searchable content. And it's, again, I feel like I've struggled saying these things out loud because I don't want to disparage anyone who puts the time in and does this for a living. But it just feels like, to me, I don't know. It just seems to squash creativity. And if I'm not moved by something, it's not weird enough. It doesn't make me cringe or laugh or scream or cry or whatever. It's like I'm not really interested in it. And I think in the last 2 weeks, I've become more confident in saying that and saying that out loud. So yeah, I wanted to name my 2 dreams. I think it's important. I was just listening to a Joe Rogan podcast recently and talking about one of the first steps to achieving goals but changing your life is to write things down. And in a way, that's like the first step in holding yourself accountable. So that's what I'm doing here. Not only have I written them down, those 2 dreams, but I'm saying them out loud for people to rip to shreds, or, you know, it's really just for myself, so I can, I don't know, hold myself accountable. God, what is she doing? Fun fact, the first time we took out that sup board, about a month ago, we went camping. I had never stepped foot on one. Inflated the thing. I regret I have no footage of this. Inflated it, went out on this big reservoir. There's boats everywhere. In approximately the first 15 minutes, Pearl's in a canoe with all of our camping stuff and bumped me. I fell off. I was panicked, screaming for my life. I'm not a huge swimmer, not a huge water guy. There she is. Let's see if we can get her to fall. Hooty hoo! Hooty hoo! Damn it, I owe her one. She really did knock me off. Finally. Go get it. Oh no! Well, now we're even.
Oh my God. It's not warm.
Mais uma vez eu me encontro, mais uma vez eu me encontro parado na beira do poço. Mais uma vez eu me encontro parado na beira do poço.